Hello and welcome to the October edition of The Buzz. I am here today at Homewood Nursery and Garden in North Raleigh. It's on Honeycutt Road off of Durant, and it's my favorite place to come shopping for everything yard and garden related. I am filming right now in their gift shop because they are getting ready for the holidays, and I wanted to show you around a little bit before we have a little chat with Tina, their communications director, who talked to us about what you should be thinking about your garden this time of year. There were a few surprises for me, and I think I'm going to be approaching my yard this month a little bit differently than I originally planned. So take a look, listen to what she had to say, and go get your hands dirty. All right, in the meantime, take a look. I'm going to be looking at it backwards. Look at all the beautiful things they have. Oh my goodness, I love their garden center. If you're looking for some home decor for your own home, if you're looking for gifts, this is just, you would never realize that you were in a nursery, because it is all about some beautiful, beautiful giftware here at Homewood Nursery and Garden in North Raleigh on Honeycutt Road. Keep watching.
Go. Okay, so a lot of people like to do fall cleanup this time of year, and it is a good time to do that, to get in under shrubs and clear out all that dead stuff that's clogging up around the base of the plant, cut down old foliage and dead foliage. But also bear in mind that there are a lot of perennials that will provide seeds for birds, so you might consider leaving some of those up, like coneflowers and black-eyed Susans and lantana. And also a lot of bees will overwinter in hollow stems. As the stems die, they become hollow, and the bees will go in there and overwinter. So sometimes what I like to do when things are basically done is cut them and put them in my wooded area or a place that where you don't really see it, and let that stuff kind of be for the winter versus throwing it away or disposing of it. So your choice. You can do a whole bunch of cleanup now, or you can wait a little bit or do it in stages. But that is one thing you can do in fall to kind of clean up the garden and make it a little bit more presentable. So this time of year, you want to think about two tiers of planting. One is the permanent things that you want to put in your landscape, the trees, the shrubs, the perennials, those things that are going to live on through the seasons. Now is a great time to put those in the ground. The other is your seasonal color, your annuals. So that's usually your pansies, your snapdragons, other colorful plants for this time of year. Your mums. It's a great time to put together porch containers of those to do your beds around your mailbox and things like that. Those are the two tiers of planting you want to think about doing. There's lots of plants out now available for that. There you go. So now's the time of year when you kind of want to stop pruning. Sometimes people will prune to control growth through the summer. Now you don't want to do that. You don't want to stimulate growth. You want the plants to get ready to go to sleep for winter. The only exceptions to that are things that are dead, dying, or diseased. Those things you always want to remove. Doesn't matter what time of year. But for the most part, you're not doing a ton of pruning. And I'm differentiating that between removing dead stuff in the garden, which we will talk about next. Good. So generally speaking, now is the time to wind down on fertilizer. Don't fertilize most things. Your trees, your shrubs, perennials, we're kind of done with that. We don't want to promote growth. They're getting ready for winter. Exceptions to that include pansies and your seasonal annuals. You can feed them like a bedding plant food, and you want to keep doing that kind of through the growing season. So a few times, maybe through fall, and then starting again in spring. And then the only other thing you really want to think about fertilizing is if you are growing a fescue lawn, that would be another thing to fertilize. Warm season turf grasses, no. They're going to bed for the winter, so you're done with those. Don't need to fertilize those. But if you've got fescue or fescue blend, go ahead and fertilize those now. And now's a good time to overseed them. If they're looking thin after this summer with all the drought and then all too much rain and then all the heat and everything, you might want to consider overseeding now. You're kind of getting close to the end of the window for that. So get that going, get those seeded, keep them damp while they're germinating and getting rooted, and you'll have grass for winter.
Before I left Homewood today, I wanted to give you guys a good look at all these, can you tell what they are? These are a million different varieties of poinsettias. They are not selling them yet, of course. They have these great little signs that tell us to please not disturb, that they're still growing. But oh my goodness, thousands of them in here. See, please do not disturb. We are still growing. Can you imagine how beautiful this is going to be a month from now when they all are red and white and pink? Holy cow, they're everywhere. Come out to Homewood when it's time to buy your poinsettias. Thank you so much for watching to the end today. I hope you learned something new and exciting. We'll see you next month. Bye now.